Well, it's Thursday. We're just a couple days behind, but it's SRQ PokeVets, and we're just gonna talk about the glorious 1K event that we had in Cocoa, Florida, as a team for Ancient Power. And yeah, so I'm Ryan. We got
I'm Jacob.
We got a couple extra guests coming on tonight. Oh, and yeah. Steven's back with us, but he's testing tonight, so he may be in and out. I don't know if he's with us right now.
He's on that indie grind right now for indie in a few weeks.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are back after loads of frustration and I would just like to state I actually really enjoyed the tournament. It's just the very last round that pissed off a lot of us.
Yes, it did.
So, as Ryan said, we're all back. The three of us, me, Steven, and Ryan, who coincidentally, all three of us did the best of of the team at this 1K, if we don't count Nick.
Yeah.
But yeah. So tonight we're also joined by Rob and CJ, who will be doing little color commentary throughout our little report tonight. And I think we can just jump into our tournament reports. Since I think technically, Steven, since you were the highest of all of us, we'll get to why in a second. Ryan, how did your tournament go, Steven?
It went pretty well. This was the first major tournament outside of like sanctioned events that I've been to in a while. And I definitely felt that. There was not just me. I went 3-1-2, so I tied twice the whole day, but I wasn't the only one. There were plenty of people that tied one or two rounds.
There were so many fucking ties, dude.
There were so many ties. The first tie that I had, that was round 2. I played against a Rapid Strike Urshifu, very similar to the one list with the 20 one-ofs.
The list I play?
Yes, it was very close to yours, but I think there were some differences that I can't remember. Tied against that.
Wow.
I also tied against, what else was it? I think it might have been my second to last round. I can't remember at the top of my head. But my one loss was actually against an Arceus Inteleon. That deck definitely tested against Malamar because he had me on the ropes. He went 2-0. He donked me.
Damn. I mean, what were the decks you played throughout the day? I mean,
first round I played against a Leafeon, Celebi VMAX, Shaman V-Star deck. It was weird, but it was pretty decent. Yeah, it was pretty decent. I did well against it, but it was doing well against me for something that seemed like a mishmash of a bunch of different cards. Second round, that was my Rapid Strike Urshifu matchup. Tied that. I won the first round. Sorry. Third round, I'm trying to remember exactly. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was my second tie. So my second tie was the third round. That was against a what was it? Suicune and Suicune Ludicolo. So I tied against that. Fourth round. That's where I'm not remembering right now. Fourth round, I played against.
We played against the same deck round 3. Just saying.
Oh, you did? Oh gosh. Round 4, I played against an Arceus Gengar deck. I donked him. I went 2-0 on him because he couldn't. First game was pretty close, but second game he just couldn't set up. I beat him in like 3 turns. Fifth round was when I went against that Arceus Inteleon deck. That was my one loss of the day. And then last round, I actually played against Brando with his Corviknight Zacian V Union deck, and I beat him.
Okay. There has to be an asterisk by that because you two went the time because you can kill Exodia.
Correct. I won the first game, and then the second game, I can't remember the name of the attack, but it's on the Zacian V Union. It does 150 damage,
150
and then during the next turn, I'm doing 150 less. I cannot come up with that many cards to one-shot a Zacian V Union. No Malamar deck can.
Unless you swap it out.
I guess, but oh my gosh, dude. There was almost no way to do that.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember after the frustration, that was my last round, which I'll get to later. I came over, I saw Exodia, and I saw just the pure like anger or like frustration on your face about what to do with this.
I was like, this thing is stupid.
Brando has been playing Metal for so long. That dude, he knows it like the back of his fucking hand. It's just, I think he also ran into Jose during the day, and Jose just dunks him.
Oh, he's been the best teacher for my Metal deck. I ask him shit whenever I can.
Oh yeah, Brandon loves him some Metal. Also, for those who do not know who the mystery voice is, say hi, Rob.
Hey, my name's Rob, Spartan Rob. I'm a newer player. Glad to be a guest.
We will try to
whatever flavor I can.
Yeah, we will try to have him on as much as we humanly can. Life is a thing.
I'm always glad to be a guest. I got nothing going on.
So, Ryan, do you want me to go next? Because I think you have the most to talk about.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay. So I ended up 18th overall, which I can't complain. But this tournament just continued my frustration from TCG Con, which is when I get a winning in, I always fucking donk myself. I always choke. So let's go round by round, shall we? So first round, I actually went up against the guy who won the entire thing, Brandon Rutledge, playing Arceus Inteleon. I have played against this guy for years.
Okay, hold on. Sorry.
Wow.
The top 8 that I posted was
not... I know, it's after Swiss. It was after Swiss.
Yeah. The top 8 that I posted is not that's Swiss.
He's first place after Swiss, correction.
Yeah, so for the top 4, I don't know who top 4 was because they split.
Yeah, well, first place after Swiss. Let me correct myself.
I believe it would have been Brandon. What is it? Rutledge, that guy.
Yeah, Brandon,
Jose.
Nick.
Kerr.
No, Nick didn't get top 4.
Oh.
Yeah, Nick played against Charlie Kerr, so Charlie Kerr was in there, and then
Charlie, and then
Isaac.
Think Isaac.
Okay, so we'll get into the top 4 in a second. So that'd be an Arceus, a Charizard, another Arceus, and a Malamar. God. Anyway, lost to Brandon 2-0. Both games were actually pretty close. Dunsparce is a hell of a Pokemon card. That literally won him the game both times. Round 2 went up against another Waterford friend, former friend of mine from Team Scythe, Jeffrey. He was playing Arceus Birds. I felt so bad. It was an easy 2-0 dunk on my end because he did not take a single prize both games. It was pain.
You asshole.
Ryan, I think you were sitting right next to me. It was painful to watch.
Which round was it? Sorry.
That was round 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt bad for Jeff, but at the same time, hey, I need the wins. Round 3, I also got a Suicune player. won 2-1 in that once. For word of advice for any person playing against Suicune, focus the Lotads. They can one-shot, that deck can one-shot so easily, it caught me off guard game 2, I almost lost. But went 2-1 after that round. Round 3 was another Arceus Inteleon. A guy who was playing very, I think was like a teammate or a friend of the guy I played in round 3. Also won 2-1 with one of the probably the best sequencing I've ever had in a game. I was actually really proud of myself for that last round. Ryan, I know you and Cookie were there to watch it.
Yeah.
But from there it all fell apart. Round 5, Arceus Duraludon. That's a horrible fucking matchup for my deck. Because Duraludon just heals and keeps me out of it. I have to focus on Gale Thrust, which isn't by itself a bad thing. But the healing, unless I donk a Duraludon like turn 2 before he can get a VMAX, pretty much just screws me. Lost 2-0 in that matchup. And then round 6. Lost to 7th place Ziggy Carranza. Steven, I do not care what you say. Malamar is not a favorable matchup for me. It is either dead even or unfavorable.
Not if I tech Manaphy.
Why do you think I say dead even or unfavorable for me?
Well, no, because I've played the matchup a few times without the Manaphy, and it's oh man, it's not that close to winnable for me. You have to like just dead draw for a few turns.
See, I had this discussion with our buddy Ross on last night after me and him played each other for the 4-0 game, and because he was playing Gengar into this same Urshifu list. I am convinced that it doesn't matter if you do well. If you have a type disadvantage, you are already on a back foot. It doesn't matter how well you play. I mean, it kind of matters, but it hurts a lot.
You gotta hit me hard and early. Because I played that matchup against Ross. So he played his Rapid Strike Urshifu deck against my Malamar without the Manaphy. No, he can still wreck me.
No, I know you can, but it's just the type advantage that is also a hard hurdle to go around. I have to kill your Inkase.
Yeah, I know, but Rapid Strike Urshifu does not care about the type disadvantage.
Yes, it does. It does. In my experience, it does.
All right.
Because even though I'm gonna anyway. But yeah, faced off against 2 of the top 8. I mean, I'm overall like happy with how I did. I didn't like the fact that I lost both of my win-ins for top 8. I could have made it, but overall I'm happy with my play. Just ended up with 2 really bad matchups near the end.
We'll make up for it on Sunday.
Ryan, you have quite a rant, so I will leave the floor to you, my friend.
Okay. Yeah. So I had a great weekend. So yeah, round 1, Mew Genesect, lost win-loss. Round 2 was Arceus Inteleon. Lost both round 1 and 2 for that. That's when I was just like, fucking, I didn't sleep well. If I go 0-3, I'm just gonna fucking head out, go home. But we did have an uneven amount of players, so there was a bye. So since I was 0-2, I was like, oh, if I get the bye, I'm just gonna go take an hour and a half nap because we were gonna have lunch right after round 3. But I ended up playing round 3 and played against Ray Flaffy. I won both games. Like, I donked him both times really quickly. Round 4, played Malamar. Win-loss win. Round 5 was a super, super weird deck was the I don't even know what what deck to even consider it as. Had Arceus in it, had Shadow Rider in it, had Galarian Moltres V, had I mean, it had so many different Pokemon in it that I just didn't know what it was. But I mean, it had Fighting Energy, Dark Energy, Grass Energy, Fire Energy. Like I didn't know what was going on. Like I just didn't understand what was happening. So
weird flex, but okay.
Yeah, so I was just like, okay, like whatever. But the first game I just donked them. The second game it took us a while, but I got game the second game as well. The sixth game, sixth round.
That was an experience.
Yeah. So sixth round, I was on stream, and yeah, went up against Malamar, and it was quite interesting. So ultimately, it was win loss tie. My win was it shouldn't have been a win. Me and my opponent both messed up. We didn't realize that my Charizard's attack missed it by 1 because I had Charizard VMAX up front, used Claw Slash for 100, but used Leon for 130, but I had a DTE on there. So for 130 minus the 20 was 110, and Malamar's 120, so it would have survived by 10. But because I knocked that Malamar out, I knocked his energy off, and he needed to get the energy off the top deck to basically survive because he didn't have a way to get the energy. So he ended up scooping, and we started shuffling, but the stream ended up catching the mistake. But since the mistake was already shuffled in and the game was already at an accepted game state, that I got the win. So I was like, all right, cool. Like we both didn't realize it because since I played Leon, I was like, oh, it's 130. Cool. I got it by over 10, you know? We both completely forgot the DTE. But the next game, he completely donked me. Or no. Yeah, he donked me. And then we went in game 3, and I was able to stall completely to the point where I was just attacking with Charizard VMAX fully powered up, and he wasn't able to do much damage. But while I was attacking with Charizard VMAX, he was, or not Charizard VMAX, with Charizard V-Star. I was powering up my other V-Star, and I was getting Charizard VMAX ready. So when he would hit Charizard V-Star, I would swap it out for the next one and do the 130. You know, I would just keep swapping. And then once I got the VMAX out, it was able to take a couple hits, but I was able to stall it till we got the tie. This is where I got pissed.
Okay, before Ryan goes off, I'd also like, speaking of before he goes into this, I'd also like to say shout out to Jose, and Victor for being absolute bros during this whole situation. And I did not say Jose twice. Both of their names were actually, both of the guys I'm referring to are named Jose. I'm not speaking wrong.
So I don't have a problem with anyone at the store. I don't have a problem with my opponent. I didn't have a problem with anyone that was running the stream.
Like I said, Victor was a bro.
Yeah, like it was just it was late. Everyone wanted to get everything over with. Like I completely understood. But so everyone, the first few rounds, you know, when I got done a game or Jacob got done a game or Steven got done a game, you know, you went and reported your match up front to the person at the computer and he'd be like, okay, hey, Ryan, so-and-so won, or hey, so-and-so, Jacob won. And your opponent or you would be like, yep, you verified it. But right after the stream, the person that was running the stream came over and was like, okay, so it's a tie. And my opponent and me were talking, and he's like, oh, you know, if we get a tie, I'd be 2-4. And I'm like, Jesus, you're 2-4? I'd be 3-2 or 3-2-1 if I got a tie. You know, if you give me a gentleman's win, you know, I'd be 4-2 and possibly get into top 8. So he's like, okay, I'll give you gentleman's win. Well, apparently the other person that was on the stream already went up and reported that it was a tie and it was already submitted. But I just didn't understand why it wasn't verified with the players. Why, hey, you know, did so-and-so win? Did they give you the win? Is it a tie? You know, like, why wasn't it verified with the players? Because now I just got screwed out of possibly winning $300, you know? So I was very upset about that. But then a certain someone that's in top 8 started calling me a scumbag and scummy because someone wanted to give me the gentleman's win. Well, here's a little news there, Mr. Call Me Scummy. I'm sorry that you're so insecure and so scared that I was probably going to knock you out of your placement, and you're just so unsportsmanlike, and you're just not confident enough that you would lose or that you would win against me. But I mean, I'm not going to say your name, but if someone else in here wants to say their name or say what placement they are in top 8, that's on them. But I might have said it earlier in the episode, but
I was up front. Like I talked to the TO, like, you know, before we had our long talk outside the store, and like me and him came to like me and the TO were talking. Like he's like, I personally don't like IDs. I don't think they should have like. Well, like I understand where he's coming from. Like I can understand why someone would not want to ID or not like it. That's totally fine with me. I'm personally all for it. And when this certain individual, like I saw him call you scummy. I saw him say, dude, that's so scummy. I'm like, no, it's not. Victor, the guy you played, was being a bro. He was like, even though I don't have a chance, but you have a chance, so I'm going to give you the win. That's being good. That's good sportsmanship, if you ask me.
Yeah, 100%.
And like, as soon as I say something, he doesn't reply because And
not to mention,
even though
this happens in Pokemon all the time. Like this is not just a one-off thing in a tournament. Professional players do this all the time because they understand. Most of these guys know, like, you know, their wins, their losses, their ties, what can get them where, and they're like, well, you know, if we ID this round, we're both guaranteed, or, you know, if I give you the win this round, you have a better shot. And usually, like, deals will be made. It's not now the deals for prize support and for winnings, that's a whole nother thing, but that stuff does go on. It's not new.
That's a debate, not for now, but I get exactly.
Yeah,
I mean, there was a 50-50 chance. I
kind of want to hear that one when you do that, because now you're making me think of fucking fixed Pokemon games. I'm like, oh god.
No.
Well, world of trading card Pokemon.
Well, actually, if you want to talk about that, actually,
call my mom connect. I'll be on the way.
If you want, actually, hold on. So, Derek Davis, the Ice Rider player that got 8th place, the guy who played Brandon Rutledge in the first round the top. So after everything had happened, I think this is when you were talking to Daryl, Ryan. Or no, this had to be after the fact, obviously, because top 8. But apparently, there was a dude that was trying to buy him off.
Yeah, so here's the thing. This has been a problem going on for years. People promise you prize support, cash, whatever. It's like, hey, I need the points to get into Worlds, or whatever they need. Hey, I just need to make top 16, or hey, I just need to make top 8. Like I don't even need to make first just to make fucking Worlds. They'll be like, I'll give you all my packs, I'll give you my cash winnings, like whatever. But there's people that are like, okay, like fucking let's do it. But there's also the people that are have integrity. And
there we go. I'm about to say it.
Yeah, I was trying to think of the proper word. And they report it, and this is where the thing comes down to it, because if it's a private conversation, it's then a he said she said situation, and if you can't prove it, then you can't prove it. But if it's said around other people and other people confirm it, I mean, there has been those incidents where that person has gotten a year ban to a life ban. I mean, there's people that have gotten banned and haven't been able to come back. But I know people that have, I mean, there's one person on our team that kind of said something in those general words and got DQ'd from a cup. So,
wait, what?
Yeah.
So I wanted to assume there was some kind of rules in place against this, but I'm thinking professional sports, which I wasn't sure how serious, like Pokemon would be on that. I'd assume something, but not to what extent.
Yeah, DQ'd or year ban or life ban. It just depends.
Yeah, it's very case-to-case basis. Also, Ryan, I'm going to get with you off stream to find out who this person is.
It should
I
be.
want to know now.
It should be quite obvious.
How often does a life ban happen? Holy shit.
Life not very often, honestly.
Don't happen often, but like if you're caught cheating on stream, like at fucking regionals, you're probably getting a life ban. I'm not gonna lie.
Hi, Sao Paulo.
I would say they got you at that point. But
yeah, like if you're intentionally cheating and they can prove that you're intentionally cheating, you're probably getting a life ban. Like you're cheating at a child's card game. Like come the fuck on.
Okay. We're not. You had this rant last week. We're not doing over this again.
I want to keep hearing this.
If y'all want to hear Ryan's cheating ban, you can listen to last week's episode.
No, I want them to burn his deck in front of him too.
Oh my god!
Really got to put that life ban in action. Take his cards away.
So, all right. So
I'm gonna go switch to my PC. I'll be right back.
So moving on. I think we can briefly talk about the actual top 8s, because unfortunately none of us made it. But friend of the team, Nick Mink, did make top 8. I think he lost in top 8, if I'm remembering correctly, right, Steven?
Yeah, he lost in top 8.
So
he played against that Arceus Inteleon deck, Glorian Birds.
He played against Charlie?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to do a quick run through of each of the players. So in 8th place, we have Derek Davis, who played Ice Rider. I'm telling you, I was right. Ice Rider is doing numbers. It is still very good, even just pure Ice Rider. In 7th, the bane of my existence, Ziggy Carranza, 4-2, playing Malamar. Literally, I think literally the guy who made it in because he beat me. Like I said, bane of my existence. Round 6, Charlie Kerr, 4-1-1, playing Arceus Birds. Good for Charlie. I was actually very surprised to see him there. And 5th, Isaac Molaski. Did I say his last name?
Yes.
Mulaski. Also playing Mali. So the only two Malis in top 8. In fourth, Miguel Ruiz playing Mew, the only Mew in top 8.
That was my round 1.
Good.
Oh, so you're one of his 4 wins. In third, our boy Nick playing Whimsicott Arceus. This deck, I don't know, it's been still popping up out of fucking nowhere, dude.
Even $15, I'm telling you, bro.
Alright. In second, playing the same 60 as our good friend Ryan, Jose Marrero playing Charizard. Good for I'm happy to see Jose do well. He's probably one of the best players in Florida. Like I don't think I'm exaggerating. And then in first place, my round 1 loss, Brandon Rutledge playing Arceus and Talion.
And this is based on Swiss.
Yes.
The first 6 rounds, not after Swiss. So, top 4 would be Brandon Rutledge, Jose Marrero, I believe Charlie Kerr, and
Isaac, I think was the other one.
I think actually Jose told me. Hold on. He told me 1, 2, 5, and 6.
Okay, yeah. So Brandon, Jose, Isaac, and Charlie were top 4. So and I think they split from there because it was getting late, right?
Yeah. So they all wanted to split top 8, but Nick and Ziggy wanted to play it out.
Right.
So since it wasn't unanimous, they decided to play, and then top 4 said, "Okay, let's split," and top 4 all got $200 each.
Not bad. Not bad for an afternoon of Pokemon, boys.
Yeah. Charizard made it. Let's go.
Yeah, I think after talking to Jose, I think he's taking Charizard to. Is he going to EU or is he not going until Secaucus?
He's not going until Secaucus.
Okay. Well,
no, I think he's going to Indy.
Oh, nice. So, Steven, you'll get to see him.
Let's go.
So,
right.
Okay. So,
on that note, I'm actually going to head out, boys.
All right. Bye, Steven.
Bye, Big Sexy.
And we lost one of our co-hosts. Anyway. I know, right? So, after reflecting on the 1K and going over our own frustrations with it and what happened, we have another decently big tournament this weekend run by, drum roll, our boy Ryan here.
Who's that?
Oh, it's really run by you? Awesome.
Yeah.
More or less. Well, when I say run by, I mean judged by. It's actually run by Darkside, but you get what I mean.
Ugh.
Still. At least it's
people. So, if anyone is in the Bradenton, Sarasota area that listens to this podcast, you still have like 3 days to sign up for this. I literally signed up right before we started recording, so. But, yeah. Since we have Robbie Boy and Carol on, I'll turn it over to you two. What are you two going to be playing on Sunday? Because I know both of you are playing.
I mean, do you want to go first, Carol, or do you want me to?
You're already talking. Go for it.
All right. I will be playing a new deck. I just built it. I actually got all the cards in on Monday. I'm playing basically a Rayquaza, Flaffy, and Boltund deck. Got the idea from another friend, Carlin. Copy his deck list, and I may switch out some Arceus or Raichus in there.
So
I gotta see what it does. Sorry, go ahead.
So you're basically building pre-Brilliant Stars Rayquaza.
I think so, yeah.
All right. I mean, Ryan, you and Jose messed with this deck for a little bit. I mean, do you have any opinions on it?
You don't want my opinion.
Oh, fair enough.
I feel like I do, but I feel like it's negative.
Rayquaza is an awful deck.
Is
it? It's way too slow for this format.
Jose may live and die by that deck, but like I think even Jose agrees at this point.
Like, yeah, Jose literally agrees with that point. Like, we talked about it at the 1K, and I was like, so what made you want to do Charizard? He's like, it's not as fast, or it's not as slow as Ray, but Ray is just way too slow.
Is there a better alternative? Because I think you guys all know my deck. I'm coming from that Aggron Corviknight one, and where I need 5 energy just to do 1 attack with Aggron. In V or V Max.
I'm gonna send you a list. Well, I'm guessing you don't have the Arceus line, correct?
I have 2 V stars and 3 Vs.
Oh, that's actually perfect.
Okay.
The
Cool.
heck?
I'm actually gonna send you a list then, Rob.
I think the other Arceus and the V star come in either today or tomorrow, but I got 2 Vs, 1 V star at the moment. But the more on the way.
Imagine needing to play a deck that has Arceus. Could be me.
Right? Who the hell uses those cards?
But I mean, hey, could be solid as long as you don't run into a lot of fighting decks. Oh wait, that's me. Carol, what are you playing? Are you still busting out the Zard?
Mm-hmm.
Did you get your Arceuses?
No.
Borrowing mine, I think.
That's a problem there, Carol.
Well, Taylor said I can borrow his. Rob said I can borrow his, so I'ma just borrow because I'm cheap.
Ryan, confirm or deny it? Isn't Mike playing on Sunday?
He should be.
Isn't he gonna borrow Taylor's deck? Or does he actually have a deck this time?
I feel like he has a lot of decks, but
yeah. Ross and Taylor have a bunch of decks between the two of them.
Okay, that's fair. I only say that because if she's borrowing Arceus's from Taylor, that's directly from Duraludon.
Yeah. And Rob, I just sent you a list on Facebook. It's
let me see.
Jose's Rayquaza list that he won with at multiple events.
Spicy.
Like locals, and he went to a regional with it. He lives in Breeze by Rayquaza. Like, he loves Rayquaza, no matter what deck it is, or like what type of Rayquaza deck it is. But
okay, yeah, this is very different from mine, but
yeah.
Also, Rob, please read Rayquaza. Please.
Yeah. Don't. Yeah, because you can't discard both fire and electric. You can only discard electric or discard fire.
And only from Ray.
The first time I played it, Carlin told me, like, hey, you can't drop every energy off him because that's total bullshit. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I thought I was good. I thought I was doing an attack for like 400 damage. He's like, no, it's one or the other, and usually do the electric.
And you can only do from Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I have the Bolton in there, because he at least takes electric off everybody. So I was like, okay, I can still, even if I can't get Rayquaza going, I can at least just stack him with energy and then just still hit with someone else.
Like, even if you throw Raichu into it or something like that.
I might swap in the Raichus, because I think I have a Raikou in there also. But
yeah, because Raichu, you can definitely hit big numbers with all those electrics.
I mean, my personal opinion, if you're playing Bolton, I don't really think you need the Raichu, since Bolton's already a decent secondary attacker.
Oh, he does more for me than Rayquaza does. That's where I almost don't mind switching him out for like the Arceus. I'm thinking, but if I'm saying something dumb, please tell me.
No. My only biggest concern with that deck in particular is that fighting actually does just go right past Rayquaza. I've done it.
Oh, I was borrowing Carlin's deck on Saturday at Diggs, and I got fucking obliterated in one attack by a Galarian Zapdos. Just because I had a little damage on me, just knocked me out one hit.
Yeah, it does that.
I was like, all right. I wasn't even mad. I was just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Dude fucking crushed me.
But yeah, so if anyone wants information about the event, it's a Pokemon tournament at Suncoast Comic-Con. It is at the Bradenton Area Convention Center. If you go to their website, you'll be able to see it at suncoastcomiccon.com. First place, you're going to get 1 box of Brilliant Stars. Yeah.
Buy your ticket to the. If you do it, buy your ticket to the tournament first because you get a discount on your ticket to the actual convention.
Yeah. They have a discount code on the registration for the Pokemon tournament. Event fee is $25. If they have a discount code 62262, save 25% on your admission to the convention. So
I don't know if that's the general discount code. That's just the discount code they gave me.
Yeah, that's 25% off if you sign up for the Pokemon event.
Yep. Ryan, I'm so used to asking you what you'll be playing, but because you're judging, you can't play.
Yep, I'll be playing Twiddle My Thumbs.
Yep. I mean,
Wow.
that just leaves me. I mean, I'm playing Urshifu, just my tried and true baby deck. Like, I love this deck, so much fun, and I'm continuing to keep trying my best to not dirtle. I could tell Ryan when I played you on last night. You were just like, hurry up.
Yep.
I'm trying my best. The deck has a lot of moving parts. The only real change I added to the deck since last time I played it was a -1 scoop up and plus a big Galarian Moltres V. I mean, I think that card is gonna be huge, honestly, or it can be at least in the Mew matchup. But yeah, I think that is all of the subjects we have for this week. I think Ryan, or Robin, CJ, if you guys have anything else you want to add, I think we can just move on to the cooldown.
Nope, can't think of anything. I'm very excited for this weekend, though.
Rob?
I'll say I'm not in the competitive scene as much as you guys or CJ yet, so I can't say. This will be my first like real just local store tournament.
And I hope Rob beats all of you.
No, I hope I beat everyone.
Justice for Rob.
I'm gonna eat those words, though.
Probably.
Whoa! With that deck, I have started to beat you just a little bit.
You still haven't beat me, though.
All right. So
what about you, CJ? When you're not running
okay,
bullshit Arceus deck?
Okay, married couple, calm down. Anyway, so moving on to the final part of the show. This is what I call the cooldown. Is basically something I kind of stole from a Magic podcast. Basically, just want to talk about something cool outside of the world of Pokemon. I will go first since I do have something this week, and since you two are new, I'll just explain. So basically, I have 2 things I want to recommend. First, if anyone listening is a fan of fighting games or just enjoys talking about fighters, I found there's a new podcast that just dropped maybe a few months ago, like 2 months ago, called Triple KO. It's run by Maximilian Dude, Justin Wong, and Matt McMuscles. No, yes, that's his IGN. Do not judge me. 3 really big guys into fighting games. They know what they're talking about. Really entertaining. I would personally give it a listen. And the other big thing, European internationals are this weekend. It should be streamed. I hope so. So that's something to watch this weekend. If you're not playing Pokemon or listening to us. Rob, do you have anything?
I got something kind of interesting that's not Pokemon. Our dog became a father this weekend.
Aww.
He just had 2. Yeah, he just had 2 puppies. They're absolutely adorable from the pictures I got to see.
Love it.
And we may be able to get one of them, but he's I never get the word right. I call him the stallion, but he's he's a dog who has to go in for breeding once in a while. He's a good boy.
Because the voice. Carol, do you have anything?
Nope.
Spectacular. Great content. Ryan?
Yeah, so great news for our podcast. We are now able to start getting some income in for our podcast.
Nice. Only took us 3 months.
We are also going to be start selling some merchandise with SRQ PokeVets logo on it and everything. So I'll be posting that link with it. It's going to be part of my Streamlabs merchandise that I have with my stream that I have. So it'll have my merchandise along with SRQ PokeVets. So I can add other people on the team's merchandise if they have any, if they want to. But yeah, that pretty much it. Other than that, tomorrow I got an eye appointment to tell me that I got more blind than everyone found out that I am on Wednesday.
Gosh.
Yeah, I was about to make a comment on that.
Where did I miss?
Everyone tried on my glasses on Wednesday and found out how blind I am.
I don't even. Are you even like legal to drive even with glasses on? I don't understand.
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing. I was just
With
like
glasses on, I'm
I was just
20/20
like,
vision.
yeah, I'm missing that bad. No, mine's that bad too. Trust me.
But just with my
Piece of shit.
eye condition, my vision changes anywhere between 2 to 4 times a year. So
I believe it.
but with me not having as much stress and anxiety and everything, I'm hoping it slows down, because when I was in the military and when I was working as a sheriff's office, it was like 4 times a year. So it being April, I did just get new glasses, like, I'm gonna say maybe 2 months ago, but ultimately that was an older prescription. So
I mean, does VA cover all that or no? I've only ever heard horror stories, so
yeah, so the VA will give me 1 free pair of glasses per year.
at least it's something, I guess.
So, but I'll be getting a free pair of glasses tomorrow. They'll be mailed to me. But after I get my prescription, I'm going to be going to America's Best, contacts and eyeglasses, and I'm going to be getting my eyeglasses updated, because unless the VA got a new company like contracted and everything like that, they don't do like legit sunglasses or anything like that. They're just like, hey, we have these cheap frames and we can make them sunglasses. And I'm just like, no. I'll keep my name brand sunglasses and I'll just update the lenses.
Yeah, I need to get some good sunglasses with prescriptions.
Yeah, it's like, I highly recommend going to America's Best, because
that's who I use too. That's my eyeglass place.
Yeah, like
Imagine being blind.
shut the fuck up, you near perfect eyed person.
Girl, what are you talking? Girl, you wear glasses just as much as everyone.
No, I hardly wear them.
Can we just before this devolves into a glasses argument, can we just acknowledge that almost everybody on the team actually wears glasses, with the exception of Steven?
I don't think
No,
Carlin
Steven wears glasses. I've seen him wear them.
Correction, everybody. Well, no, Cookie doesn't.
I'd say Carlin doesn't either, unless he has contacts, and I just never noticed.
Yeah, I haven't seen Carlin wear them.
Everyone.
I know Clayton sometimes wears them.
Ross doesn't, does he?
Taylor? Rossi and Taylor don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, this could be a tangent we go on all night. So I think this is a good time to wrap it up for the night, gents and CJ. So for SRQ PokeVets, thanks for joining us this week. We should be back on Monday to talk about EUIC. Oh boy, there's gonna be a lot to talk about. That tournament's gonna be freaking huge. And maybe a tournament report from myself, Stephen, and whoever else from the team wants to decide to tag along and talk to us. So I think so. This is a good time to say good night. This is SRQ PokeVets. I am Jacob.
I'm Ryan, and thank you, Rob. Thank you, CJ, for joining us.
Of course, anytime.
I hope your surgery's healing pretty well over there, Lieutenant Dan, and I hope your legs are healing very well since you got some new magic ones. All right. Hope everyone has a great night, and thank you for joining us. Good night.